Durango, Mexico. March 4, 1994. A long day on a dusty western set winds down. John Candy, 43 years old, the big man who made everybody else feel lighter, heads back to his room. He's been trying to quit smoking. He's talking about resting, about going home soon. By morning, he's gone. A heart attack in his sleep. The headline says one thing. The truth underneath is the rhythm that got him there. No days off. How do you go from SCTV and holiday classics to hotel room in Mexico at 43? Start where the hustle began. John Candy grew up in a modest Toronto household. His dad died young of heart disease. Family history John could never outrun. Big kid, bigger heart. Football dreams, injuries, and then a left turn. The stage. If you remember late night syndication in the late 70s, you remember the show SCTV. Candy's characters, Johnny LaRue, the 3D House of Beef guy, that mountain of charm made Canadian sketch feel like home to anyone with a sofa and a laugh. Second City sharpened him. SCTV launched him. Then Hollywood started calling. Dead parts, then scene steals. Stripes, the cop and the Blue Brothers. And then the run everyone remembers. Splash, planes, trains, and automobiles. Spaceballs, the great outdoors. Uncle Buck, Home Alone cameo. JFK flexing drama. Cool runnings, bringing the heart back around. Candy wasn't just funny, he was safe. The guy dads trusted, moms loved, kids quoted. That's rare air. Here's the part the poster never told you. John said yes. A lot. Travel, night shoots, rewrites, reshoots. When a friend needed help, he showed up. When a studio needed a cameo that saved a picture, he showed up. When a charity needed a face, he showed up. The 80s turned into a blur of sets and flights. The scale moved up. The calendar never stopped. Add cigarettes, add stress, add genetics. You don't get to negotiate. Then, money pressure joined the mix. In the early 90s, Candy put his heart and wallet into a Toronto Argonauts with Wayne Gretzky and Bruce McNall. Pure love of the game. When that ownership picture got rocky, John did what John always did. He worked more. Keep the checks moving. Keep the crew employed. Keep his people okay. Scripts weren't always jewels. Wagons East wasn't planes, trains. But he carried them anyway. Because that's what he did. No days off. Meanwhile, he kept us giving keepers.
Well, you think what you
I
want
like
about
me.
I'm
From
not
planes,
changing.
trains.
I like me. My wife likes me. My customers like me. Because I'm the real article. What you see is what you get.
That line outlived every punchline. The giant pancakes in Uncle Buck. The bus station speech in Cool Runnings that made even tough guys blink hard. People on set talk about two things: timing and kindness. Candy hit marks like a metronome, then stayed late to run lines with a nervous extra. Directors say he could soften a scene just by walking into frame. But the signs were there. Weight swings, colds that stuck around, attempts to quit smoking, diets that worked until the next overnight shoot. Doctors warn, the calendar wins. It's not a scandal, it's a pattern too many hardworking men know by heart. He started reaching for range. Only the lonely showed the gentle lead inside the big frame. JFK proved he could twist a scene with a single accent and stare. He wanted more of that. He kept taking what came anyway. And then came the job in Mexico. Wagons East. Altitude, heat, long days. He told friends he'd slow down after, get healthy, spend time with the kids. First rest, then reset. That was the plan. Durango sits high and dry. Thin air, relentless sun. Production days stretch. Candy cuts back on smoking, tries to watch meals. He shoots, he smiles, he goes back to the room, says goodnight. He's 43. Sometime after lights out, his heart stops. Crew members find him the next morning. Family history he carried, the miles he logged, and the stress he swallowed. Everything arrives at once. News breaks. Fans don't believe it. How could the guy who made Thanksgiving movies a tradition and turned disappointment into warmth be gone before 45? Because bodies keep score, even when audiences only see the grin. For a lot of us, the next holiday season felt quieter. We still put on planes, trains. We always will, but the end credits hit different. Here's what lasts. Not a death, a tone. Candy made the big guy gentle, the loud guy thoughtful, the butt of the joke the heart of the story. He made kindness masculine without making it soft. Look at the roles: the stubborn salesman who learns to listen, the chaotic uncle who shows up when nobody else will, the burned coach who finds a second chance. That's not an accident, that's a worldview. Colleagues always come back to the same phrase: he took care of people. That's why a cameo from Candy felt like a hug. Home Alone didn't need him, but it needed that. Even after he was gone, the work kept rolling in. Canadian Bacon released later, a reminder he was still trying to pivot. There were whispers about a voice role in a Disney project that vanished after his death. He had plans. So what's the lesson without the lecture? If the guy who made everybody else breathe easier could never find room to breathe for himself, what do we do with that? Maybe it's as simple as this. Call your doctor, call your friend, and carve an actual day off you don't negotiate away. Candy gave us comfort. Honor that by keeping the people who rely on you around longer, including you. Roll a clip tonight. Any clip. The truth shows up fast. It's in the shrug, the side eye, the way he lets someone else take the laugh and still steals the scene. That's craft and character together. John Candy didn't get old, but he got something better than most of us. Millions of people who feel lighter when they hear his name. That's not nothing. That's a life done right, if too fast. To the big man of the greatest timing, thank you for the warmth. We miss you. We always will. This one's for the workers who never take a day off. Take one. If you want the stories without the noise told straight, stick with Echoed.